Founder Chat sponsored by what's the sponsor today? Organic coconut water.
Yes. Delicious, refreshing.
No sugar added. Not from concentrate.
All natural, organic.
I got my my little Nespresso here. We are not being paid.
Yes.
To mention these products. Adam Newman's in the news.
What's the latest?
It says the headline says Adam Newman's blockchain-based redemption story now sponsored by A16Z. And I heard some of this on the All In pod. I think it was this morning or last night. They just got $70 million. I don't know much about it. It's called Flowcarbon, but wow. He's gonna sell, or it looks like the startup is going to sell tokenized carbon credits on the blockchain.
Interesting.
Yeah. Because the whole debate always about climate change is no one's going to do it, right?
Right.
And how do you keep track?
Right.
And how do you keep countries from lying?
Yeah.
China's going to lie. Russia's going to lie.
Right.
100 other countries, they're going to lie about it if they go into this thing, this common thing together, right? When in the trade, sort of like the world trade, like this carbon system, people have always poked holes in it for that reason. It's like, just lie.
Right.
Now it's Flowcarbon's looking, I guess, to decentralize that information somehow with carbon credits on the blockchain. I don't know. Maybe. Lead investors, A16Z. So that's pretty serious. I mean, if Adam Newman still has that kind of cred after what happened to WeWork,
why does he need venture capital at that point?
He made,
he's a billionaire, isn't he?
I think when they IPO'd, he got about $2 billion or something
like that.
Something, right?
I thought so. Well, you can't go wrong with A16Z. You can't go to Andreessen Horowitz.
No, yeah.
I mean, if anything, just the connections and
for sure,
the backup.
Did you watch the We Crashed?
I haven't seen it.
I think
yet.
I meant
no.
You have to watch it.
I'm totally behind on shows.
Well, we wish him all the best.
Yes. Well, at least it feels like it's a noble cause. You know, it could be a lot worse.
Yeah.
So he's trying to redeem himself.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
But in other crypto news, Seth Green, the actor, was part of some kind of phishing scam. Headline from BuzzFeed says someone stole Seth Green's Bored Ape, which is supposed to star in his new show. I don't know how exactly. So if you own the NFT, do you automatically have the rights to that character that way?
Maybe.
This is interesting. I had never thought of it that way.
Like you have the license to it.
Yeah. Can you turn it into
It would make sense.
Cartoon or?
Dude, that would be so messed up. Because now he's like, someone else owns that.
Yeah.
But if you got to explain this, like if someone steals that, like it's on the register, someone else has it, right? Like it'll show up.
Yeah. But someone could sell it.
Yeah, but
you'll never know who it is.
It's just a number.
You'll never know who it is.
That's the worst, dude.
Yeah.
That's like when someone steals your iPhone and you can still follow it. Someone did that the other day. Like someone tracked their iPhone that got stolen to China. Like, because they never erased it or whatever.
Yeah.
So they did like Find My Phone. It was like in China.
Jeez.
So you know it's there, but you can't get it.
Crazy.
It would drive me nuts.
And he tweeted, well, friends, it happened to me. And this tweet is from the 17th, so I'm shocked this is a headline today, but he got phished and had 4 NFTs stolen. A Bored Ape, a doodle, it looks like a mutant ape also. 2 mutant apes, 1 Bored Ape, and a doodle. Whew, man.
Interesting.
His Bored Ape was Let's see. Highest offer, 106 ETH. Is that right? What's that? Like 200K?
Yeah.
Something like that. Mutant Ape, about 35 grand. And his Doodle, 24 grand.
That sucks.
The world we live in.
Yeah. It's like stealing paintings out of someone's house, you know what I mean? That's kind of what it is.
Except you can't get it back.
Right.
Ever.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
You have to pay. You can buy it, probably. That's about it.
Yeah. That kind of sucks.
Yeah, I feel bad. Well, I hope he does something because Robot Chicken was amazing. Did you ever get into that?
No, I never got into that.
Oh, hilarious. It's like sketch comedy with like these like silly props and stuff, but dude, it was pretty good.
Was it?
Yeah, really satirical.
Interesting.
Really smart.
Coinbase has entered the Fortune 500 list.
What?
Coinbase. And just a week ago or 2 weeks ago, they said they might go bankrupt or something like that. People were worried about their holdings because there was rumors that if they filed for bankruptcy or if the company went under, that you would lose your crypto
Oh God.
because of the way they were set up or something like that. Because you don't really own it. I think when you're using their.
Well, it's in their it's in their
technically in their wallet or whatever. And your wallet's like a proxy, or I don't know. I think Robinhood's set up the same way. But yeah, they assured us that was not the case. And it looks like they've made the Fortune 500 list. That's got to be a first for a crypto company, right? Did crypto.com... No, not crypto.com. I heard something about... Is it SoFi? That is barely hanging on?
Oh, really?
And they have this like massive contract with the stadium, right?
Yeah.
SoFi Stadium. Like that's an obligation to pay millions of dollars.
Yeah, for years.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's like these risky bets these companies are doing by when they're up, right? I'm going to do a deal with the NFL, and then it's so expensive that, only few companies can do it every several years. And then your runway starts to, to disappear, and you've got this giant bill that's, it's not even worth it. What do you do?
No. Well, I've got some news
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Let me take a turn here. So there's rumors coming out now about the Apple headset, the VR headset from Apple.
I don't know about this.
Yeah, they've been working on it, and now it's finally coming.
It's going to be the Oculus competitor.
Yeah, but it'll probably cost 10 times as much. They estimate.
I don't think people care.
Yeah, they can, and people will still buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's interesting, and this is happening too, because Oculus is coming out with their next version. It's like a pro version of the Oculus. It's all blacked out.
What do we have? The
Quest 2.
Quest 2?
Yeah. But here's what's interesting is the workaround, because there's this whole debate between AR and VR, right? We always heard this, and the AR sort of banked on this idea of special glass that you could sort of see through, and it sort of created this holographic overlay. But what's interesting is for Apple and for the next Oculus is they've kind of figured out a better solution, which is you just put a ton of cameras on the front, and it will project inside on the screens what you would normally be seeing. So essentially you can see through it, right? So I don't know if you've seen with the Oculus, like if you go out of the zone, it turns everything black and white.
It's all grainy and black and white.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the similar idea, right?
Yeah, but like for the Oculus, they've already said the next one's going to be in full color 4K.
Whoa.
So you'll be able to see what you see here, on a screen, but
plus augmented.
Yes.
So I can
they
be
throw
seeing
stuff on
you
there.
sitting right there.
Yeah, and I can have Pikachu just dancing around.
Right.
So it'll be like, so that's sort of their workaround. And apparently the Apple one, they're reporting that it has 14 cameras on it, including cameras that are looking at your face, like your eyes and your mouth, so that it can recreate your facial expressions as you're playing or whatever.
Now think of, imagine this. It's going to come out. It's going to be great, I'm sure. That's going to be version 1.
I know.
That gives me, I don't know, it gets me excited because that means the future is...
It's coming.
It's bright.
What I'm sort of curious about, though, and I'll just play devil's advocate for a second. So, here we have Facebook. They have resources like nobody else. Mark Zuckerberg's put in over $1 billion, like in the last year, into Oculus to make, and software engineers alone. Like the team is huge. Yet there's really, dude, I went on to Horizons the other day. Like nothing's changed since we got it. I'm like, dude, it's been 6 months. Like, can you add another like room or, you know what I mean? Like just expand it. They're not really investing from what I see, right? There's some great apps on there, but none of them are from Facebook. Like they're all third party. So I'm curious to see, because for Apple to get into that space, the first thing people are gonna ask is like, what apps are gonna be there? And Apple typically will go in, just like they did for the iPhone and the iPad, is they'll go in and write like a little
SDK
suite
or something.
Yeah, or they'll create their own little small library of little stuff
yeah.
to get people going. But I wonder, because this is so specific, I don't think you can wait on third parties to make it valuable.
Mm-hmm.
So I have I'm curious, because if you remember, there's a time when Apple came out with iLife. It had like iPhoto and iMovie, iDVD, all those things. And then, because that was sort of when computers had these, CD drives, and they're like, we want to do all this cool stuff, but we're not going to wait for someone else to come up with it. And then the same thing happened with the work suite. I forget what it was called. So, but Apple's backed away from that big time. Like they really don't do software. They do operating systems, but not really software. So I'm curious to see what their play is on this, because I know they're going to want to be the one doing it out of the gate. But will they support it? Are they going to, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see.
Well, my instinct tells me with the introduction of like, the more they're doing with the what do they call memojis? Yeah. That are already kind of avatar-like. Yeah. That they'd go harder on that. Yeah. But I think that would be a bad move. I think I would do that only for the ecosystem of Apple, meaning I'm going to iMessage you through my headset. Yeah. Some version of that. Right. But don't get into the space where you're the community. Stay away from that. Yeah. And I think they've been smart enough to stay away from that all these years of the temptation to start their own, social network or their own Instagram or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I think this is where Oculus fails, is that they're trying to get you through Facebook to be the community. And I don't think that's going to work. Apple should do what Facebook might not do, which is open it up to third party. Mm-hmm. Let developers use the platform and create amazing worlds and metaverses to no end, and stay out of it. Yeah. Create the thing and then just get out of the way, which I think Facebook's trying to do both. They're trying to create the technology and be the space and the place you go, right? Which is a bad conflict. Move. It's too much conflict, and Facebook's not fun. Like, no. Is there any fun there? No. But who wants to be another social network on a Facebook machine? You know what I mean? No. Like even like a Snapchat. I mean, they're never gonna go on there. No. So yeah, I think you're right. Just stick to it. Like the other side, or these Bored Ape community, like all this stuff that's coming out, right? Mm-hmm. Build the thing, let them build on the thing, and then you come in and create your own, like being immersed in these worlds that other people create, and just have the technology that's so good that people will only want to be there if they're using that technology, right? And if it's that much better than what we have now, then heck yeah, who wouldn't do it? People pay money. Oh yeah. Well, and they always do that. They start out with this
outrageously expensive thing, and then eventually they'll come out with, whatever.
Yeah, how much was the first
SE
iPhone?
version. Yeah. Yeah.
$1,000?
And you had to buy it, cash out,
Yeah.
like cash money.
It was more than that $1,000, right?
I think it was like 800
Or 800?
Yeah, it was under 1,000.
Dude, but how long ago was that?
I know. Yeah.
Now you can get the carriers helps with this, but you can get one of the best iPhones for that much now.
Yeah.
It's been how many years?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, speaking of which, too, they said it's going to have probably like an M1 in it. So it's going to be pretty hot.
Yeah. Should be fun.
Yeah.
Catch us next week on the Metaverse. We'll be there.
Oh, there you go. Let's do it.
We'll do it on the Metaverse. Later.